Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to week 3 of Shakespeare. By now, we've gotten our feet wet in the world of Shakespeare. We read about his historical, political, economic, social context, and we also got to spend some time with the sonnets. And oh my goodness, I have read through the sonnets you guys wrote. Oh, they're so good. They're so good. Guys, you blew me out of the water. They are amazing. I want to frame them all and put them up on my walls. Amazing. Bravo. So I'll be grading those this week. I wanted to read through them first and just enjoy them before I had to put grades on them. But really just stellar work. You guys blew me out of the water. Just so good. Bravo. Oh, I can't say enough good things. You guys are awesome. All right, so let's talk about this week before I just gush all over you. This week, we get into our plays. And if it seems like there's a fanatical gleam in my eye, it's because there totally is. Shakespeare is awesome. And the plays are my favorite things of his. The sonnets are great. Don't get me wrong. Great. But the plays are where it's at. And we get to start with Shakespeare's shortest play, a comedy called Comedy of Errors. He's very straightforward in his title on this one. Really excellent play. Pretty accessible. It's a nice place to start with Shakespeare, not only because it is his shortest play, but because the plot is not overly complex. And after you read it, you may be like, Wardley, what are you talking about? There's a lot of weird junk that goes on in here. And there is, but if you compare it to some of his more complex themes later on, this one is a great place to start. So we're going to take a look at this. Oddly enough, our giant book does not have Comedy of Errors in it. So I found a free copy for you. It is posted here and also in the modules tab. So if you click on this calendar announcements, just click on this link here. It takes you to a PDF from the Folger Shakespeare Library, which will show you the whole play. It's beautiful. Look at that. There's the play. Yay. Even gives you a synopsis if you want to kind of know what's going on before you get started. And then just read the play. It's really nice. And there's that for you. So we are going to start by orienting ourselves to the genre that Comedy of Errors falls in. And shockingly enough, its genre is comedy, Shakespeare's comedy. So we've got some great information on Shakespeare's comedic style in this book. So read pages 121 through 135. If you're reading in the ebook version, click on the Shakespearean comedy link and just read all the sections below that until the plays start. And then I've got a really helpful video for you how to read Shakespeare. I think you'll find it very illuminating as we jump into this play. So today you're going to be reading the background on Shakespeare's comedic style, and you're going to be watching the short recorded lecture on how to read Shakespeare. Tomorrow, we're going to start reading the Comedy of Errors. Now, here is how our calendars are kind of set up for the plays. Each week is going to look very similar. So I'm going to orient you to that style right now. So the first day, Mondays, we are going to get background information, historical context, information perhaps about the play itself, how its theatrical production was received, different critical analysis of the play. That kind of stuff will happen on Mondays. On Tuesdays, I will assign you to read the play. Now, you don't have to read the entire play on Tuesday, but the plays do have to be read in their entirety by Friday in order to be successful on the Friday assignments. So you have between Tuesday and Friday, if you want to get started on Mondays, that's fine. You have this whole week to read the play, but I will just be telling you to read the play on Tuesdays. So plan your time wisely, and while there's a lot of academic research that says the things that separate successful students is not IQ, it's not reading or writing or math scores, it's the ability to plan and use their time wisely and well, and the ability to network. And in this case, networking means asking questions if you need help, or reaching out to other people in your class, or utilizing resources, that kind of networking. So I want to make sure that you're planning your time and using it wisely and well. So read the Comedy of Errors before Friday. I would recommend not saving it until 11:30 p.m. on Friday. That would be a bit of a bummer deal. So do read it. Start reading it on Tuesday. I think you can get through it in a day. It should not take too terribly long because it is Shakespeare's shortest play. But if you need more time, take it. It just needs to be done by Friday. Then you will be watching the recorded lecture, Comedy of Errors, which is in the modules tab, and I'll show you in a second. Then you're going to be watching the Comedy of Errors movie because, as we've talked about before, and I'll talk about again because I do feel very strongly about it, Shakespeare's plays, while fabulous in their written form, were designed to be seen as a performance. That's why they're plays. That's why they're not novels or short stories. They're plays. They're meant to be seen. And so if Shakespeare intended these ideas to be played out on a stage in front of us, I think as a Shakespeare class, we definitely should watch the plays being performed. So what you'll see every week is a link to a couple different options normally. So I will link my favorite version of the play, and I will also link free versions of the play if you don't want to pay to rent one. So you always have a free option when we're looking at watching these plays. And all of those links are going to be in the modules tab for you too. And then on Friday, and Fridays will always be an assignment day, on Friday you will have an assignment talking about the play, and you will need to have read the play to be successful on this assignment. Watching the play is fabulous. It's going to help you understand all the nuance and context, characters, theme, all that really good stuff. But you are going to need to incorporate quotes. Those quotes are going to need to be cited. And in order to do that, you're going to need to have read the play and be familiar with it enough to pull those quotes that you need. So do make sure to read the play, not just watch the video. So that's our assignment for Friday. Then you will also have an assignment on Sunday. So the Friday assignments are normally a little bit more in-depth, a little bit more critical academic style thinking. So you will be responding to these questions, writing a short post, analyzing, comparing, discussing all of that good stuff. And then on Sunday, I am going to have you create a meme that you think best encapsulates the theme of Comedy of Errors. And I am super duper excited to see how these come together. So you're going to pick a theme from Comedy of Errors. I talk about all the themes in our recorded lecture. You're going to make a meme of that theme, and then you're going to write a short paragraph defending your choices, why you think that image is a good fit for the theme, and how it helps a reader perhaps understand more about the play. Good stuff there. So lots of fun things coming our way this week. What I would like to do next is show you where all of those resources are located in the modules tab, so you can be successful there. So if you click on the modules and just scroll down, each of our folders is labeled with the name of the play as well as the week. So it's week 3. We're working on Comedy of Errors. Here is that recorded lecture video, Tips for Reading Shakespeare. So click on this. Pretty short lecture. I think I keep it about 10 minutes. I promise I don't talk too long. Where I give you some tips for being successful, because Shakespeare can feel a little daunting when you start reading it. So I want to make sure we're not feeling intimidated by Shakespeare's language or the way in which he communicates ideas, because while the language may seem archaic, it's actually stuff we say a lot. A linguistic specialist went through all of Shakespeare's plays, and something like 93% of the content is still stuff we say today. Only like 7% is completely outmoded, things we don't use anymore. So when folks say Shakespeare's really hard because nobody talks like that anymore, maybe nobody talks in that exact style anymore, but the actual words themselves we all still use. So don't let that language be a barrier for you. Here is a link to the Comedy of Plays PDF. That PDF is linked through the calendar as well, but I like to put it multiple places so it's easy to find. I also have a No Fear Shakespeare translation of Comedy of Errors for you. This is not cheating. Sometimes it feels like cheating if we're like, oh, I have to read through it in the PDF. You do. That's important. But you can also use the No Fear Shakespeare translation. And the cool thing about No Fear Shakespeare is that if you take a look at it, you can get a little bit of an overview. You can see how things are coming together for the characters. You can get line by line kind of stuff happening. So this will really help you understand the play in more detail. So No Fear Shakespeare, Great place to go if you want a little supplemental help. Then I've got the video link for you here. This video, Comedy of Errors, is free if you do like one of those week-long trials. Guys, this play is hilarious. I cannot tell you enough how wonderful it is. So you just sign up for the 7-day trial, watch the video, and then cancel, and it's still free. So yay for free things. The play is amazing. I cannot wait to see what you guys think. It's going to be so fun. Here is the recorded video lecture for Comedy of Errors. It will walk you through the themes, a synopsis of the play, different critical reception of the play, and some of the cool humor that Shakespeare uses as he goes through it. So here's the recorded lecture, and then here's a copy of the PowerPoint itself, audio narration included. So if for some reason this link doesn't work for you, or you like to have the PowerPoint so you can stop and pause at slides more easily, that's available for you here. If you want to watch the audio narration, just click on this, download it, and then click the button play from beginning, and it will play with the recorded audio enabled. My internet is clearly excessively slow, so it doesn't want to download this thing very quickly or efficiently, but we're almost there. So I'll just open it up so I can show you how to click on the watch from beginning in case you're unfamiliar with that process. So click on the enable editing, go up into the view. Oop. Make this bad boy bigger. Let's see, slideshow. There we go, never mind. Click on the slideshow tab, click the from beginning button. It will play this through and you'll get to hear the audio narration of my lecture as well. This is very helpful. It's got plot summary, critical reception, and a whole bunch of themes. So really cool stuff happening for this play. So please make sure to watch through that. It will be immensely helpful for you. And that's where we're headed for the week. Lots of good stuff coming our way. So today you're going to orient yourself with the Shakespeare comedy information. You're going to watch the video in the modules, how to read Shakespeare. You're going to read Comedy of Errors this week. Watch the recorded lecture Comedy of Errors in the modules tab I just showed you. Then you're going to watch the play and then answer the discussion boards. On Sunday, you will create a meme. Good things coming our way today. So hopefully you guys have a great week. Hopefully you enjoy Comedy of Errors. And let me know if you have any questions. I'm excited to see what you guys think of the play.